Often churches, when they reach into an area like this, no one's local. People coming from outside, driving in, do what you do, and then leave.
What does it look like with limited resources to disciple men and women and to disciple children?
It is a challenge though, to understand what the gospel is as a child. Is it hard for an adult to understand the gospel? Yeah, I reckon.
And so we were convinced from the beginning we need to have a local presence. Big picture, everything we do is an opportunity to share the good news of Jesus. We started the bread night, which is just giving away bread, but then we create opportunities so that we can talk to people, welcome them, love them, hear their stories, share our stories, and go from there.
One initiative that we started was these men and boy nights and women and girl nights. And so instead of trying to separate the younger generation from the older generation, we thought, no, let's bring them in. There's one boy here called Evan who has autism. At the end of the night, he said to his dad, with like a huge smile on his face, "They learnt my name." And that was just the first time that some of the other kids at our church had gone to learn Evan's name and actually was talking to Evan and interacting with him.
I'm only with these kids for an hour on a Sunday, and I think that's the biggest challenge because you try and pack so much in. There's so much goodness in what we teach them. How can I teach it? It was a Sunday where I got to teach the kids what the elements meant. I got to explain that and I got to link it back to Exodus. And I just remember seeing the kids' faces. Their jaw dropped, the eyes went open, and one of the kids said, "So Jesus is the perfect lamb." And I was like, yes, that is right. That's who Jesus is and will always be.
Our prayer is that lives are transformed by Jesus, and then they go back into the community where they live and share that truth about Jesus and demonstrate the change that Jesus makes. And then one by one, we see the community transformed. That Whittington will become a light to the rest of Geelong.
Just having that moment for Evan almost was like that, hey, that's worth it. We've created this event. We're trying to create another space where there's community, where there's friendships that are made, where there's memories that are made. And if that helps Evan feel at home at this church and grow in his love for Jesus and find community, then that's worth it. And I want to keep doing stuff like this.
They need Jesus just as much as what we do. We all do. But yeah, my prayer and hope that when they're faced with tough decisions that life starts to throw at them, that they choose Jesus.